with a WWE star accused by an ex and more. This is Wrestling Hub. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report for August 31st. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. While there were concerns regarding the WWE product given the retirement of Vince McMahon, it seems the USA Network is happy with the results of Raw, as Fightful reported that Raw's viewership numbers exploded the first week into a Triple H-led show after Vince McMahon retired from the company. Raw landed at over 2.2 million viewers, which was the most in over 2 years. Fightful reached out to several USA Network and Universal sources about the change, and the numbers that came with them. One longtime employee that has worked alongside the WWE project said this was more in line with the numbers that the company expected when they extended Raw's deal, but that the pandemic changed everything. They reiterated that they had never really imagined a world where Raw was under 2 million viewers outside of holidays, much less consistently. The source said the following weeks were the real test, but the results from the first Monday had me personally very excited. The source said at one point they also didn't expect Raw to be back over 2 million views regularly, which has happened in August. Another source in Universal that said they keep up with wrestling more than others said that they didn't expect the changes to be so drastic, but that the buzz created around the show can't be argued with. They also said that they expected SmackDown's numbers on Fox to see an increase as well, noting that they hoped it exceeded the impressive viewership the show did when McMahon put himself on television after the initial Wall Street Journal story. USA Network sources were also asked about the direction of the show and the content itself. One source stated that they've personally seen the show as more appointment viewing, said that it felt more natural, and there's more discussion about the show within the company than there has been since their new rights deal started. A longtime employee of USA Network said that the WWE USA relationship has long been an easygoing business as usual one. However, they said that many in the company were happy to see creative changes implemented in August after Triple H took over that end of things. That same source indicated that they'd be surprised if USA didn't make a play to renew WWE programming next year when negotiations are likely to start, and believes WWE has put themselves in an even better position in the last month. During his recent vlog where he got married, AEW star Sammy Guevara touched on the reported altercation between himself and Eddie Kingston, as Eddie apparently pie-faced Sammy after the latter called the former a fat piece of shit on programming. I just want to say real quick a couple of things. I just have a couple of things to get off my chest. I guess there's been so much random drama, random stuff that's been said in the past week or so. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to see blatant lies about me or shade being thrown. I've read so much random stuff and it's just like, where are they getting this? It's just people making up so much stuff. I saw something that said I'm difficult to work with and not a lot of people want to work with me, which I know is not true. But the problem is because of the internet, people don't know the difference, and when people spread these rumors, regardless if they're true or not, no one fact checks. These things are taken as fact and they can affect me. I guess that's why I'm on here now, because I'm not going to try to convince people that I'm a good person. People who already have their mind made up of me, they're not going to change their mind. It's insane. What I will say is you read so much of this stuff, then you start to question yourself, which I did. I start to wonder, am I a piece of shit? Am I this person that everybody is painting me out to be? I was starting to feel pretty down because I do try to do my best to just be the best I can. I try to help people when I can. I try to be as nice as possible and respectful to everybody no matter where they are in the card or what's their position in life. I try to treat everybody the same. Last Wednesday, I was reading a bunch of and I was starting to feel a little down. Before I left, a guy that was an extra day came up to me. He said, "Hey, I just want to tell you that you were one of the only people that said hi to me today. It made me feel welcome." He just thanked me for doing that. That made me feel good. Little things that people don't even understand where it could change someone's mindset. I was feeling pretty down, feeling that maybe I'm a bad person, and then this person comes up to me and tells me this, and it's like, okay, the internet's not real. I know what's real. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep pursuing my destiny and keep working towards it until I get it. I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the people who support me. Thank you to the people who are on my side. I know it seems like there's always some drama every so often with me, but that's what happens when you're chasing greatness. People want to see you do good, but people don't want to see you do great. Thank you to the people who see what's real. You know I'm not going to stop, and I appreciate you guys. With sellers attempting to profit off of counterfeit WWE Championship belts, the company has teamed up with Amazon for a lawsuit, as WWE's VP of Intellectual Property said Amazon is the benchmark for collaboration with respect to brand infringement online. Official and licensed WWE products, branded by our IP, are trusted by our fans around the world, and we go to great lengths to protect consumers from counterfeits and other types of infringements. It's our hope that other companies look at Amazon's counterfeit crimes unit as a model of how to partner with companies of any size to help combat this relentless threat. Talking about the recently reported internal issues in AEW, Eric Bischoff said on his 83 Weeks podcast, "There's a lack of leadership, there's a lack of direction, and it does feel that way as it did in WCW, doesn't it? There was a lack of leadership during that time in late 98 or 99 in particular. I have admitted so many times that I was burned. I was tired of fighting a fight I knew I wasn't going to win. I disengaged. Forget about the high school drama, he said, she said, body shaming. This is just getting stupid now. This is like junior high that stuff, I don't even pay attention to it. When I hear it or see it, I hope this is a work or it's going to lead to something that's going to be really entertaining. Otherwise, it's just really juvenile and it's hard for me to pay attention." Let's look at the last 6 or 8 months in AEW and the lack of leadership. Cody Rhodes, pretty integral part of AEW, pretty valuable asset within AEW. For whatever reason, he's no longer there. Haven't heard a lot of details, and I don't talk to Cody and wouldn't ask Cody because it's none of my business. But just look at the pattern. Step back and look at fact patterns. Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes couldn't see eye to eye. Cody's gone. The MJF situation, which is still inexplicable to me, and I still keep hoping that this is all going to lead to something really fun and interesting. But as every television show goes by without there being any reference or connection to MJF, the more time that goes by, the less effective an MJF storyline is going to be, in my opinion. Not saying it couldn't be successful, but I haven't seen anything in AEW creatively that makes me think someone is really thinking ahead strategically and creatively. Cody couldn't see eye to eye with Tony, MJF couldn't see eye to eye with management, and now you've got all this nonsense. For a guy who wasn't going to make the same mistakes WCW made, he's compounding them. With Carmella suffering an injury during a live event in North Charleston 2 weeks back, PW Insider is saying that her comeback is within sight, as it remains to be seen when she makes a return to the ring. Speaking of returns to pro wrestling, AJ Lee talked to MMA Uncaged about being told to do more in pro wrestling, as she said, but all the bugs of wrestling and all those things, there are definitely many people in my ear trying to get me to do things, and we're going to take it slow. We're going to start with women of wrestling, we're going to start with commentating and producing, and just one step at a time. As things were looking up for Matt Riddle, who just got his first name back on WWE television, which was taken away given prior accusations thrown his way. Now it seems he has been accused by his former girlfriend of taking advantage of her, as she posted a text which appears to be from Riddle to her. It reads, "I want to f you in front of people early in the day, then at night I want to do some coke and molly and have you me in front of people, or in a perfect scenario we get another hot guy with a big and you share it with me. Honestly babe, I do love you, but there's certain things I want/need to be in a relationship. I want/need a put an ass loving like me, and I want those things and not to do it because I want it. I know I'm not like other guys and I really don't get jealous if you flirt or anyone, to be honest, that's what I want. When you were trying to be my girlfriend, I hated it, but when you sent me that video of kissing that other guy, I was so turned on, and that's what I want, especially when I can't have you. It's so hot because you're hot. I know that's a lot and it's stuff I've already told you already, but I think this time you'll believe me that I won't get jealous. Also, one more thing, I want to make porn with you and I'll pay you and give you royalties if I ever release it or sell it. The porn is an insurance policy if WWE ever wants to fire me. I'll explain in person, but it makes sense, plus I've always wanted to do it." The woman claiming to be Riddle's ex would then post this video detailing another scenario with him.
Here's one for you. Try waking up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I was laying on my back, and he's just standing over me, butt naked, dick out, everything. And I'm like, what are you doing? Didn't say a word. Just started arching further and further down, so his was near my face. I'm like half asleep. Can't really move because he has his legs over me, one on each side. I'm laying on my back, And I felt pressured into giving him oral. I did it so it could be over and done with. This was the first time, because he always made me feel like a piece of shit for trying to give him oral pleasure, because he was so traumatized by Candy Cartwright's Samantha accusing him of forcing her to do that. He did, because he put me in a situation where I knew if I didn't do it, he was gonna lose his fucking shit, make me feel guilty, and I wasn't strong enough. I didn't think anything of it until I opened my eyes afterwards to all of this and when I went.
And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.